xAI just launched Grok 4 and Grok 4 Heavy, which claim to be the best models out right now. And in this video, we're gonna actually put that to the test because I'm gonna be comparing them to Claude, Gemini, and ChatGPT for 4 different use cases so we can actually see which ones are the best. And by the way, for the sake of this video, I upgraded to Grok 4 Heavy, which is $300 a month, and I'm gonna let you know whether or not it was actually worth it. Okay, now using these models is incredibly simple. All you have to do is literally just come over to grok.com, you will come up here, and you will see that you now have these different models. So Grok 3, this is going to be their free model, and this does not always have thinking mode on. As you can see right here, you have to turn on deep search. You also have to turn on think. But if you turn on Grok 4 right here, you don't have to do any of those things because this is a strict reasoning model. It reasons with every single thing that it does. If you don't know what that means, it means that when you ask it to do something, it goes through and actually searches and reasons against itself. Now, to contrast that, they also have Grok 4 Heavy right here, which is a group of experts. What does this mean? When you ask Grok 4 Heavy something, for example, what are biggest trends / updates in AI from the last 24 hours. What this does is this actually goes through and spins up 4 different agents. What does that mean? It basically goes through and does this 4 different times with different methodologies, and then it actually gets all these different agents to compare their answers against one another, and then it actually gives you the final output. And I've seen this be incredibly powerful if you're looking for information that needs to be factually true, or you're just looking for the most up-to-date information about something. I've tried this for several different things. I didn't think it was really that great, except for that use case, or if you're trying to solve a really hard problem. I mean, think about it. If you wanted to get to the truth of something, you would probably ask 4 people something and not just one person something. This is basically the same exact thing. Now, every single time that you run this does take typically like over 3 minutes to run, depending on how hard of a problem you actually give it. Now, if we just come over to Grok 4 does this way quicker. So if we come over here and just open up a regular Grok 4, we will see that this is kind of just like a typical reasoning model. This is going to go through, this is going to do searches for things. But again, if you need the answer to be like really on brand, or you need it to be very factually true, or you just need it to be the highest quality answer, I have seen Grok 4 Super Heavy actually give better answers in terms of things like that. Now, if you did want to upgrade to Grok Heavy, which again, I'm not advocating that you do that, you literally just come into your subscription over here and you'll be able to manage your subscription and you will be able to upgrade. Like I said, it is $300 a month. Right now, it doesn't actually come with anything else other than getting Grok 4 Heavy, but in the future, they should be releasing other things. Like I saw rumors that they're going to be releasing a video model, they're going to be releasing a code tool, and they're going to be releasing so much more. And as you can see right here, this does take a long time for this to actually run. And if we just come over into this other one, this actually does it way quicker in 39 seconds. So Perplexity, launch comment browser, that's true. YouTube's new monetization policy, that's true. Gemini 2.0, this is, I do not believe that this is true. If we come over here, we can actually check the source right here. See July 8th, Gemini 2.0, model for the agentic error. Okay, so I don't know why this guy tweeted this out, but like it didn't realize that that's not true, where this model over here would have picked up on that and would have said like, wait, this actually came out a long time ago because we found that it came out a long time ago. Yada, yada, yada. Now, before we get into testing Grok 4 against the other models, I wanted to remind you that you need to smash that subscribe button if you want to stay up to date on the latest and greatest AI tools. I upload videos like this every single day, and you're not going to want to miss them. Now, the first use case that I want to test here is that Grok 4 is supposed to be a massive upgrade in being able to analyze images. So what I'm going to do is I gave this a photo of a house, and then I also asked it to guess where this home is and what the address actually is. And I came over here, and I'm going to give this to O3 also. Now, these are going to go through and they're going to try to find this house right here. As you can see, I literally just took a screenshot of this right here, and essentially this should be able to figure this out based on the number that shows right here, if it's able to zoom in on that. And in addition to that, this architecture and this style, it should be able to figure out exactly where this is. So this is going through and this is actually searching. One thing that I do note about Grok is that this says 6386, which is not correct. And let's see ChatGPT actually does a better job at this. So we could come down here. So my rough guess is that this is somewhere in Mecklenburg County or something like that without street signs, blah, blah, blah. Why an exact address isn't really possible here. So this used to be able to give you an exact address. It looks like ChatGPT might have actually nerfed this so that it doesn't do that, but this is correct. Mecklenburg County, Huntersville, that's exactly where this house is located. So this is located in Huntersville. And again, ChatGPT did this in only 7 seconds. If we come over to Grok, Grok is still coming through here. Grok is still searching for things. So I hope that Grok is actually able to give us a way better answer here, because if not, then yeah, I mean, Grok is a little bit better at this. It's better than Grok 3 was at this, but this isn't actually as amazing as most people are saying that it is. And again, I think all the different benchmarks that come out can really be gamified and can be changed and can kind of be manipulated in order to fit a response. So we could see that this is in Georgia, so it's not too far off. It's still in the southeast, but if ChatGPT gave us this answer in just 7 seconds and was pretty spot on right here, and Grok is continuing to struggle with this, well then I don't think Grok is worth upgrading to. Now, of course, I know I just said that it wasn't worth upgrading to, but we still need to actually go through this and keep going through. So this says that this appears to be a townhome right here, located here, and this is not true at all. So let's actually look at this townhome and let's see what on earth this actually is. So if we come over here, so it thinks that it is this, I don't know why it thinks that it's this. We come over here. Okay, so this home right here actually has no photos available. If we come to images, this looks absolutely nothing like the screenshot that I gave it. So ChatGPT is going to win this one. But again, I did have 3 other use cases I wanted to walk through to show off where this thing excels, where it doesn't excel. And again, we're going to get into Grok 4 Heavy in just a minute to see whether or not it's worth it for you to upgrade to it. Okay, now the next thing that I wanted to try this with is going to be both a mathematical problem solving and a business question. So we're going to come over here and say, solve this business problem step by step. Company has a budget of $10,000 to allocate between 2 marketing channels. Channel A costs $200 per unit, generates 150 leads per unit, while channel B costs $300 per unit and generates 250 leads per unit. The company wants to maximize total leads while ensuring at least 20 units from channel A are used. What is the optimal allocation? Now, we're going to give this to Grok 4 right here, and then I also want to compare this one right here to Claude. So we're going to come over to Claude Opus 4. We're going to give the same exact problem, and again, I want to measure this on whether or not they actually get the answer right and how quickly it's able to get the answer right. Now, if we come over here, we can see that Grok is going through. Grok is actually analyzing this. If you click in here, you could see how it's actually thinking and what it's actually thinking about. Grok is done right here, while Claude is still running through this. So we could see step number 1, formulate the linear programming problem. Step number 2, identify the feasible reason. We come down. So optimal allocation is going to be 20 units to channel A, 20 units to channel B, and the total amount of leads that we would get would be 8,000. It says that this maximizes leads while minimum channel A requirement staying within budget. Now, if we come over to Claude and we come down here, we can see that it basically did the same exact thing, came to the same exact answer, but this says that this uses the entire $10,000 budget. If we come over here, this says that the total leads will be 8,000. So I just want to make sure that the total leads will be 8,000. Yes, that is what that says right here. So as we could see, with a problem like this, that's going to be a business problem, a reasoning problem, problem solving, and mathematics, Grok actually was much quicker than Claude was on that. Now for test number 3 here, we're going to come through and actually do the Hexagon test. We're going to use Grok 4. We're going to come over here and we're going to say create an HTML, CSS, JavaScript where a ball is inside a rotating hexagon. The ball is affected by Earth's gravity and friction from the hexagon walls. The bouncing must appear realistic. I want to be able to preview it right here. We're giving this to Grok 4. We are also going to give this to ChatGPT. I'm going to give it to 04 Mini High over here. We are also going to give this to Claude. I am going to give it to Claude Opus 4. We could do that over here. And then also I am going to give this to Gemini. I'm going to come over into the right account where I have access to Ultra over here. I'm going to give it to 2.5 Pro and open up Canvas. and have it do this in here. So we can come over here. We can see the Grok is still working for this. We can see that ChatGPT is done with this. It doesn't actually let me preview it right here. So I'm going to say, let me preview it in the chat. If we come over to tools, I'm also going to turn Canvas on here just to try to get it to actually write this thing so that I can actually view it. Perfect. It is going to do that there. Claude is almost done with this, and we can see that Google is also almost done. So again, Grok definitely takes the longest to do pretty much everything. I'm seeing a lot of people post on X about how great it is. So we could see here that this actually passes this to some degree. Let's see. Yeah, so Gemini was able to pass this. Claude also able to pass this right here. And if we come over to ChatGPT, I'm going to click on preview right here. We can see ChatGPT totally failed this, which is crazy. That's just bad. And Grok is still coming through here and trying to come up with an answer. Again, Claude even added this stuff over here where like we could turn on the rotational speed. Let's put this even higher. That's crazy. We'll get rid of a little bit of gravity. We'll get rid of a little bit of friction. Let's actually speed this here. Let's turn gravity all the way up. That should make it bounce the most. And I'm starting to get dizzy by looking at this. Let's actually turn this all the way up and then stop. And then look at how it does. So that's pretty cool. Again, Gemini made, a very basic version of this. Grok still is not done with this. And I'm just using Grok 4, which again, I see so many people on X saying how crazy this is. And I get it that it does really well in the benchmarks, but what I've been seeing with this, and we're going to go over Grok 4 heavy in the next prompt. I don't know. I don't think that this is that crazy. You have to pay for this. It doesn't seem like it's that big of an advance from Grok 4. Spoiler alert, I don't think that Grok 4 heavy is really any better than this. Like this is now getting through and finally starting to do this. And like these have been done for a few minutes over here. Okay, so now that this is actually done, we can see that this is done. I am refreshing this. This does absolutely nothing. So Grok, you failed. What on earth is this? Now the last use case that I have here is actually really the only thing that I see Grok being really, really amazing for. So we're going to come over here and say, using your access to X, please analyze the latest public reactions and developments on ongoing major news event. What I'm going to put in here is I'm going to put in Epstein list, and I'm going to put including key posts from influencers, explain why this gives a more dynamic perspective than static knowledge cutoff models in models like ChatGPT or Gemini. Now, don't get mad at me that I put this in here. It's just one of the most trending things in the news right now. So we're going to give this to Grok heavy. In addition to that, I'm going to give this to Gemini and a few other of the models. So we have 2.5 Pro right here. We're going to come over here. We're going to give it to this, and I'm going to say, instead of ChatGPT, I'm going to put Claude right here, because again, I wanted to justify why it might be better than those. We could come over to Claude. I'm going to say the same thing right here. And then also, we're going to come over to ChatGPT, come over to O3, and instead of ChatGPT, I'm going to put X. So we could see that this is now going through. We have Grok coming through and doing this right here. We could see that it's spun up all 4 agents in order to do this. We could see that Gemini is coming through and thinking right here. So this goes through, and this actually starts to stay a bunch of stuff that, again, isn't really relevant. Why is it not relevant? Because it is citing January 2024 right here, which again is one of the major breakthroughs that Grok is going to have. You'll see when we actually get the results from Grok right here, it is literally all going to be from X, and it's all going to be things that are incredibly up to date. So if we come over here, latest development, we can come over here and actually see this. So Claude did do a pretty good job at this in the beginning right here, latest developments in July 2025, and we could see that this is actually accurate, but this isn't actually citing X here because it doesn't have access to X. Now if we come over here, we could see that ChatGPT is also doing a pretty good job at this, and it comes through and actually dates everything's out. It gives us a chart right here. It gives us key influencers that are posting about this, and this is actually a pretty good response from ChatGPT also. Now what I'm really excited to see is what Grok actually comes up with right here, because again, this is something that Grok should be incredibly good at. Okay, so we could see here that Grok is actually done with this now, and what's funny is this actually looks like very similar to ChatGPT. And the people that it's citing right here is, again, very similar to ChatGPT, but ChatGPT did it way quicker. So to be quite frank, I'm kind of disappointed with this right here and Grok's ability to do this. And why would I pay $300 a month for this when ChatGPT can pretty much give me the same exact answer? Not sure if you've seen the reports yet, but Goldman Sachs just came out and said that they think in the next 12 months, AI is going to replace over 300 million jobs. So my question for you is, are you going to be one of those people that's replacing those jobs, or are you going to be one of the people that gets replaced because you didn't embrace AI? And that's exactly why I created AI Automation School that you could check out at the pinned comment below. In fact, I have special launch pricing right now. So if you want to stay ahead of what's happening in AI and you want to learn how to automate your work with AI, how to make more money with AI, how to build AI agents without knowing having to code, or you just want me to audit your personal AI workflow so we could speed things up for you, I strongly suggest that you check it out. If you enjoyed this video, I'd check out this one right here that walks you through a brand new AI tool that lets you replace hundreds of other tools. Check it out here.